The Cubieverse is a GPS game where you walk to get keys, use keys to open trivia vaults, answer trivia questions to earn rewards, and turn those rewards into in-game rewards or real-life rewards. I've totally bobbled today. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Get ready as we take you into the Cubieverse. Hi, Atrocities. How you guys doing?
Hi, Magic Dragon. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All
Yeah,
I can say,
I tried to put in some action, some walking, and my brain got all messed up, but we know
all,
the game. We don't
all
know the
I
game,
can,
and we'll tell you.
all I can say is you making a little few changes and glitches there is much better than how I massacred it in the past few weeks. So, kudos.
So first of all, Jeff, I'm sorry everybody that I've missed the last couple of weeks. 1 week of traveling, and last week we had a family emergency where our dog went. We thought we were losing him. He's like a 4-year-old dog. It was totally unexpected. Had to take an emergency vet. Luckily, it just cost us a lot of money, and he's fine shortly thereafter. So, Gold Miner, Atrocities, hello, welcome back. Thank you for taking the show. It was great. Don, you guys did a great job. But tell me, how's your week been in the Cubieverse, Gold Miner?
My week's been, uneventful, really. Although the event this weekend has made it more eventful. Got a few things in the trade check, a few extra little things. Can't remember now what they were. Did a buddy quest. Had a buddy quest like 2 or 3 days earlier than usual, and then got another one yesterday that I will be completing tomorrow. So that's exciting. So 2 in a week, which hasn't happened in a long time. Let's see what else has happened. Without talking about the event, which I know we'll discuss shortly, got a couple pizza shops. I think I got a sushi shop or sushi quest. That's about it. The walking quests for me are still not working. I seem to not be able to get over 45, 48, and sometimes 82% on level 1, no matter what I do. But still, keys have come in from the game for that. But last week was very few came in for the event or for the game. So I'm not sure from the game. So I'm not sure if they're holding it up for another couple weeks or what they're doing, but it'd be nice to get them because I feel like I'm getting low on keys and I'm never able to bypass level 1 to get at least that 75 white key drop, right? So looking forward to that. But I think that's really probably pretty much all for me. Can you think of anything else that was interesting in my week, Atrocities? Yeah, pretty boring week. As I said, the event, I really enjoyed the event, but we will discuss that after we catch up. So, what about you, Magic? How was your week? How was your past few weeks?
Well, okay. So my first weekend I missed, I was in Ottawa. We were there visiting our daughter. I gotta say, Ottawa is built up pretty nicely. Like, we didn't go far. We were like 2 blocks from the university where she's attending. And we were there, we walked around what do they call it? The market, the square, what they call it. But it was a nice area. But from inside my hotel room, that one night you had to get 6 white user vaults or something. It was one of the daily adventures. I could get 4 of them. I get 4 of them from inside my hotel room. I could see 3 green vaults, 2 blue vaults, more than 2 blue vaults, a countless number of white vaults. I could reach so many of them as well. There was 3 or 4 trade shacks right in a row. I didn't get any bonuses. Bunch of O'Brien decided to turn it on like last minute. She got the green vault, her first green vault. She got a chromatic blueprint. Like,
lucky her.
Just to rub it in my face, right? I'm actually spending time there, going around hunting and stuff because I had some extra time, and when they were doing their girly day at the spa, celebrate my daughter's birthday. I'm like, I'm gonna walk around their little place here and get all these vaults, and it was nicely built up. I wish there was a way to put things so close together like that still in the game. You know, I know there's a long kilometer between green vaults or whatever, but these ones were like 50 meters away from each other. There's like 3 or 4 of them in a row. That would be nice. You know, but I understand with the tags and everything, which I do enjoy in the game now. Appropriate tags and everything for those things. That's good. Auto was good, nicely built up. I didn't really research a lot to see if everybody was still in the game. I recognized a couple of the names that were on the different vaults. So I had thought for yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't even think of that, right? Because I just play. So I assumed all of them were going to be Olana Ray choose, but they weren't. Only one of them were his. The one that I can see.
Oh, sorry. Were shoes?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, just one of the green vaults were his.
That man certainly travels a lot, doesn't he?
I think he's got green vaults all the way down his, I'm assuming his work route, right? So he's got 125 or 135 green vaults that are his.
Pretty impressive.
Last thing, yeah. So Ottawa was good, great. You know, I get to be the passenger. I don't drive anymore, so I had to be the passenger on the way home again from Ottawa. I could still play the game, like reaching vaults like off the 401 and Highway 7 and everything. It's again, I can't say enough about the range of the different vaults that you can reach now.
I'm sure a bunch of O'Briens enjoyed you playing the game while she had to drive.
Oh yeah, she. I bother once in a while with some of the trivia questions, but we had 2 of our kids with us too, so they just talk. I just play my game. They fall asleep. I couldn't join because people were trying to go to sleep and get caught up. So otherwise, I was going to join for the share, but I don't want to get yelled at. I'm too much of a nerd, you know, doing nerd stuff, Dad.
Well, we hear you there because our 2 teenage, or I guess they're not teenagers anymore. Our 2 kids say that as well.
Yeah.
Except for they have names for it.
My buddy quest that we had, we couldn't do it the first few days. I told him I was going away and I was going to move my headquarters. So that buddy quest didn't work out. I turned off my buddy quest then until I got back from Ottawa. Turned it back on. Finally respawned one. Just recently, I don't know if I had another one or not, but last week, I feel like I must have. But this week I had a really good one with Vandad. He's able to join. He's going to try and he's on tonight. Dad, great buddy quest, great communicator. Adam, if you don't have him on your list, a bunch of O'Brien's told me about him. I added him, and sure enough, it came up. And a great buddy quest as well. So anybody on there? Just Vandad, I believe, is the name on Discord and Cubieverse. Yeah, I got back from Ottawa, though. I did have 3 wins almost in a row in the trade shack, which was nice. Nothing against since then. So that was good. Get them when I can. Pizza Quest. We don't have a sushi restaurant yet. We missed the Open Street Maps add-on tag because we do now have a Japanese fusion restaurant here in Dorchester. So the sushi rolls. So sushi tag should be able to go on that, which will be going down soon. In the next couple of months when I go make my run for the leaderboard and the builder. Speaking of leaderboards, I'm 15th local in hunter mode. Yeah, because for the last 10 weeks I was on a weight loss journey, and I really used the game to motivate me to walk. And I got, I think, 25% of the time I only got 3rd level. 75% of the time I got level 6 or higher. Probably where another 25% of that was level 8. almost 7 days in a row or something. So I went from 3 level 8s ever in my career to now almost 20 level 8 completions, walking goal completion.
Good. And you don't have an iPhone.
Yes, you're getting free keys though, so that's good. None of you haven't been.
You're not as much as that should be.
I wonder if those walking quests have anything to do with why. I don't know. Where I've jumped up pretty high from getting all the walking quests. I wonder if I'd be as high as I am if the Apple users were also tracking as much. I didn't have atrocities on there this month, so in the hunter mode, his walking must be down a little bit. Right. You're right. Yeah. I I really like the game. Actually my youngest son, he's about to turn 17. One day he's just like, Dad, do you think like I lost over 30 pounds in my 10 weeks? So I did really well. And I'm walking through the house constantly, like it can track. I got a good 200-foot loop that I can do between living room, kitchen, bedroom, back. So I'll be walking like all the time with this TV's on, when I just keep moving, keep moving. Uh, and he asked me one time, he's like, "Do you think this game is part of the reason why you're so successful in losing weight?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I walking just to walk isn't always motivating, but walking to get keys and to like go outside for 20 minutes at a time to bang out 3 walking levels, I'll do that all the time."
Yeah, sure.
When I can, I'll still walk in the house, and you know, uh, a level's worth of walking, back and forth, because the tracking is so much better.
Atrocities. Are you seeing the
Yeah,
comments?
I've got it. So, yeah, that's great. That's motivating, getting the motivation there, and we had it, and just yeah, I gotta do it.
Well, it's not motivating right now when you're not collecting any steps, right? Like,
Well, yeah, that's hard, right? And that's exactly what I'm saying to my son. Like, playing the game and getting the steps and watching those levels go up is more motivating than just walking to lose weight. Like, playing the trivia, getting new bolts, and gaining the keys and steps.
It's more motivating than looking at the scale every morning and seeing like no movement.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I don't know about
you.
So awesome. So
that's 2 weeks that I've been gone. Atrocities. How was your week in the Cubieverse?
So I'm gonna hit on kind of a couple of the highlights here, interesting things. So there was one morning I was driving in the work, had the game on, and I was hoping to. There's a couple vaults I can get when I stop at stoplights and whatnot, and it ended up being a low cloud cover day in the Cubieverse, and by that there's a bug in place where the cloud was like down, and I couldn't see more than 25 meters ahead in the game, and I'd spin it, but like, because it would come down and just kind of block it. Like, you could see the clouds were started 25 meters out, spin it around, and there's actually a point where it just kind of all blanked out, almost as if like it was sunlight coming in or so. So that was kind of a interesting little bug I'd never experienced before. So
yeah, that's weird.
Low cloud cover, but I did take a shot of that and posted it on the forums. So so that was cool. Otherwise, was able to, as you know, didn't buy Adventure Road this month, but fortunately was able to pick up Bandana Bill in the auction house this past week for 45,000 crystal keys. So I feel that's a fair trade off.
Cubie coins, not crystal keys, right?
Yes. Cubicoin. Although my total amount of Cubicoin is getting down, which I'm not liking. I think my problem is at this point I don't want to sell stuff because the prices are down, but I knew the prices were going down, so I still trying to get the old prices for it in my head, right? So
right, of course.
All right, but yeah, and then what else? Oh, the only other kind of thing was, which is kind of related to the ninja event, but I once again thought I was so close to getting the first print. We had it printing in the print shop with the green key, of course, and that's when the message comes out that Zeph had it printed. So congratulations, Zeph, on the first print.
You were just collecting yours as that message came up. Like, you were really close this time.
Yeah, well, I think there was a delay in between when you get it and the message goes out, but it felt like I was super close. So again,
it's a great thing about the game. I like that. Like, anybody can do it on these short events, right? These mini events, anybody gets first print. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, anybody in the city that has all the vaults right around that they can get.
Yeah.
Has a better chance. But there's still the random drop of the blueprint, so it could still be anybody.
Definitely. So, with that being said, let's talk about the event. So obviously, event drop. We went out right away, trying to get a first print, which I love about these events, especially when it's all new resources.
Yeah.
And we went out. We went hard. So close to getting that first print, but did not happen. Minutes. So, what's your thoughts on it there?
My thought, I'm just going to kind of go in and say, this was the first time I could get you out of the door quickly, in a timely manner. It was at the beginning of the event, prior to the event, so we can go hard. So that was really refreshing to see that we could fly out the door with no pause.
So did the event start and then you left out the door quickly, or you're already out at a blue vault waiting?
We're at the blue vault waiting.
Okay.
First, yes.
Good.
First off, he said at 7:45 we're gonna go out, and I'm like, what? Like 15 minutes early? Because he had the whole mapping system arranged out where we were gonna go, and he's like, we're gonna start at 7:45. I'm like, that takes us like 5 minutes, if that, to get there. But he was all ready and gung ho at.
I call it Blue Vault Alley, which is on Adelaide Street, starts at the dog park, and then you head south on Adelaide, and I think there's 5 or 6 blue vaults right in there, nicely packed. It's not good if you have to. Pardon?
Heading down towards the Palisade?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go one way on it, it's not super efficient. So, but if we started there, boom, right down, a whole bunch of blue vaults, and then I think there's 15. You need 15 resources to get the ninja. So 10 and 5, and obviously we didn't get perfect distribution on them, but we were able to hit, I think, probably 18, 19 volts before we had enough resources.
That was something about the event that I think I liked. It's not supposed to be a hard event, but the distribution between Shurikens and the smoke bombs was good. It wasn't
Yes.
like you were desperately waiting. So I got resources aplenty, which was nice. Divided nice.
Yeah, I thought initially that the shurikens might have been the common resource because I think they are flooding into us initially. Were they not, there, gold miner?
Yeah, they were. We actually, I think, or I had more of those than I did the smoke bombs, didn't I? And Rushu asks, how many blue vaults did it take to get the materials in the blueprint? I think we got the blueprint on the same vault, which I think was probably the 5th or the 6th vault, would you say? Because it was on
Yeah.
Adelaide Street.
No, it wasn't. It was off. It was off. It was by the samurai. So I think it was like the 6th or 7th blue that we got it, but I think we had the total number of volts we had to hit to get it was about 18, 19, something that one.
And no, we didn't buy it now, any of the resources or the blueprint to print. So, yeah.
And VR put a question out there that said, "Will the Ninja QB blueprint disappear at the end of the event?" No, never. If it does, first time they're doing that. But I think what they're referring to is you'll never be able. You can't get it again, or until there's.
So just in a sense, you can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
Until the next this event, but it won't disappear from an inventory. Or anything. So you have to collect it during the event, or you won't have a chance to get it unless you buy it, or there's another. The event comes back, like Farmer Hank.
Yeah, I got a feeling this one might be Farmer Hank, like Farmer Hank. It pops up. I don't know.
Now, did anyone else have the disappearing QB, the ninja version of the QB disappearing as you were playing, where you're like, "Where's my QB?" Like you can't find it. Did it?
That's happened to me before, even before this event, though. Just every once in a while, all of a sudden my QB's gone. I have to totally restart the game to get it to come back. Only like twice ever.
The first time I noticed it was the other day after the update on the system. When I first loaded it, it was there was nothing there. Vaults, like any of the vaults didn't have, like any user vaults did not have QBs on them either. But I just didn't play, like I ignored it. I was
just kind of guess where your QB is. You can, with the reach, you can get them no matter what. So.
Yeah, and you play the game enough, you know where everything is and like where your QB is and approximation to the vault, and
Yeah, we just thought it was appropriate for Gold Miner during the Ninja Stealth event for it to just disappear.
Yes.
Right, so to answer for us, I think I got my blueprint on like the 3rd vault, and a bunch of O'Brien's was like 13th or 14th.
Oh,
she was surprisingly long to get the blueprint.
That is.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like the blueprint was that difficult to get this time, but
yeah, I'm like, oh, I got the blueprint. Of course you did.
So you get the blueprints real easy. She gets the tray checks.
Yeah, and she still gets the blueprint though, right? Yeah. So she's way ahead in so many things. And I think she got 2 of the chromatic blueprints, the one in Ottawa and then one when we got back. So
really
she's
lucky.
Yeah. So she's even one up on me in chromatic blueprints ever, which makes her happy.
What do you think of the questions, the ninja questions?
Oh, I like the ninja questions.
I'm not really one that ever watched ninja shows or anything like that or know about ninjas, but Atrocities has been walking me through some of these and had his little on how to know which answer to pick easily. And
I'm part ninja. I use my ninja powers all the time to sneak around the house quietly at night. So
it is not silent feet means being a ninja. That said, did you know how a ninja gets into doors or breaks into doors?
How?
The lock, pick lock or whatever. Lock.
Yeah.
Like the easiest question ever. The most obvious answer.
I think
also, what color is associated with ninja wear?
Yeah. Or how does what do they call it when a ninja drops a smoke bomb and disappears?
Yeah.
Ninja vanish. Love it.
Yes. Very good.
But mind you, there's some of those questions are a little bit more difficult. Like some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle questions, like which guy does
Yeah.
this and that. So
Yeah.
So, but the ninja always wears black, right? Why? If
That's
the ninja's trying to hide, why is he not wearing camouflage? Like, really?
they hadn't invented camouflage yet.
that's camouflage at night. You're walking around in the day wearing camouflage. It's not really gonna make a difference. Not sneaking around the forest. They're sneaking around at night. The main purpose of the ninja was for espionage. So sneaking around at night.
Another great question. Yeah. I think
What?
though they're introducing. It feels like they're introducing new questions every day. I don't know if you got that impression because, like, the first night seemed like got a lot of questions, got a lot of repeats on them, and then
It's more than
Saturday there's
actually.
some new. Seemed like there's some new questions, and then today there's some new questions I'd seen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to tell, right? Because it's just random which question comes up. So I'm still getting the same questions I got this first day.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting new questions. Is it just luck of the draw? Like, did somebody else get a different question on their first 20 vaults? And I kept getting the same question over and over again on 3? It's
You know,
I would really like to know how those metrics work behind the scene. I don't need to know, but it'd be kind of cool to know.
it would be if like
Same, I would also like to know is that green vault going to give a chromatic blueprint to the next person who puts it in and gets perfect, no matter what, or is it time specific? Like, and it only decides at that time whether or not a perfect answer would give you chromatic, right?
Or maybe it was like the next person anywhere in the world that gets the green vault perfect gets
Like,
it.
I'd like to know, right?
I kind of feel like certain vaults don't give out stuff as well. Like in Trade Shack wise, likewise, I think green vaults as well. Like,
Mm.
although I've only gotten 2 ever.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
some stuff does feel luckier than others. Some
yeah,
locations.
it does.
So, for sure. What did you guys think of the actual Cubie? Which I know doesn't actually have a name, right? It's just like most Cubies have like Farmer Hank or
All right,
this pilot or that pilot. This is just like Ninja.
Ninja, yeah.
Actually, it's
QB. I think it's pretty cool. Looks cool. Uh, Bunch O'Brien really has no comment. It's a ninja. I don't care.
It's a pink ninja at that.
Yeah.
Pink ninja.
yeah, it's a lady ninja. It's Shadow Ninja Cubie is technically the full name.
I guess technically the name, it does have a name then. Shadow Ninja.
I don't know.
There you
Shadow
go.
it feels more of a description, but like you could say Jill, the Shadow Ninja Cubie, right?
Yeah. Good.
So, Magic Dragon, did you and a bunch of O'Briens come into London to hunt?
No,
Or
we
you-
didn't.
No?
Oh, actually, we did. We went shopping at Costco. So
Uh-huh.
we went down Wellington and Commissioners. Got some extra blue vault flour. But otherwise, there's a decent amount of blue vaults in the country too. Right? So
Mhm.
Yeah. So we've
Okay.
gone out probably like during every reset for about an hour or so, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we've grabbed just over 40 blue vaults per trip. Or
Oh, wow.
some of them have got the answers wrong and not being able to get it, so it does vary. But we're getting better at it
Yeah.
now.
When we're driving on the back roads, we actually pull over, completely stop the car, and then we're not worrying about having to go back and get another one or whatever. So, and there's no traffic out there, so you can pull over and as long as you want.
Well, certainly we were happy when when the event started and we were stopped in the dog park waiting to grab the blue vault, and the first question comes up, and I think it took 2 or 3 keys to get that one right, because they were difficult questions. So
Yeah.
Even Ninja Turtle stuff was showed I didn't watch, so that was even though I think most people would find those fairly simple. For me, they were still challenging. But Atrocity is the master now. Says he's got 90% accuracy rate on answering these ones now. So he's always like, what's the answer to this one? So thankfully he has a better memory than I do.
Nice.
Well, I always go with my hint is if I see the word ninja anyplace, I usually go with that one, or nin, right? That's the big hint. So.
Or something that's kind of more Japanese sounding than all the rest is another one too, right?
That's true.
Yeah, well, that was one question. What show had Randall Cunningham, the ninja, like in Ninja whatever? Did you get that question?
Yes.
And it was like Ninja goes on there, and Silly's on there. I'm like, oh, maybe Ninja. Oh, Randall Cunningham and the 9th grade ninjas. I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I'm going, and it is. Yeah. I like obviously answers like that.
I love that. Yeah.
Like questions, what the chemical symbol is AU, which is gold. Hopefully, most people know. And jelly is one of the answers on there.
Hot dogs is another one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to hit hot dogs just because I appreciate the answer.
We're sorry. You're not qualified to play this game. Uninstalling from your phone now.
Yeah, for sure. But I do like, with this event, like your distribution of the resources seems reasonable. You're not going, I'm getting screwed on this resource. I want this other resource.
Straw more, right? It's not like straw.
Right. The consistent straw. Now, if they start, have another event that requires like smoke bombs and stuff like that, well, then maybe they'll start getting a little whatever.
Yeah.
So, and like we had guessed last week when we were talking about it, we had guessed there'd probably be ninja throwing stars as the one items. Did not think smoke bombs. Someone suggested that might be another option.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking it was going to be like items of clothing or something like that, like a ninja mask.
Nunchucks too.
Oh, nunchucks, yes. Which isn't actually an answer anywhere I've seen, is it?
No.
That'll be almost batch of questions.
Yeah.
So how many resources do you have to print, or how many ninjas can you print there, Magic Dragon?
I've printed one already. I can print one more. I might have just a couple more for extra resources. There's another day left. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Back to work and everything, so I might not be. I might get enough to print a third. I may not.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I got enough throwing stars to print like 5 or 6, but I've only got enough smoke bombs to print like 4. I think there's a discrepancy there. So it's that is one thing is it almost feels like the rare resource is dropping just a bit more, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So I do appreciate once again how it seems like they're tweaking the drop rates, and they're close to getting almost perfect or so.
Yeah.
So
well, and quite frankly, you had enough to print before I did, and you were just as like at the end, you were just shy of 1 smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Where I think you were double with the star, the throwing star, whatever the heck that's called.
Yeah.
So they're off, but not a complaint at all.
No. Yeah. And like when I could print, you were like, I think 2 smoke bombs short because you had just gotten a lot of throwing stars. So And then once I started printing, it wasn't no rush for Goldminer to print at that point because she wasn't getting it. I almost wish that they would, instead of having just like the first print, I almost wish they would also say like maybe the top 5 prints just for buying
Like they
rates,
do
or
in
3,
bigger events. Like,
right? Just because they obviously do that for the completion of the quest chain, so why not throw that in for the cubies? Just
if they do that, I would like to see them do it and put the time beside it too. I don't know if they could do that. Just see how close you were or whatever, right? I could make it a little more competitive. I should have been a little faster. I should have tried a little harder. And
yeah,
just get them
because like every
competitive edge.
time, like there's several times either Goldminer and I, we've done it, we've gotten to the print shop, throw your green key in, and you're sitting there waiting, and
Someone said,
either it pops up or but I think there's a couple times Goldminer had collected the QB, but there's no message.
Right.
And then a minute or two after that, somebody else gets it. So, you're close. Just want to know how close.
But it is true, though, like, Atrocities is on the Bell network, I'm on the Rogers network, and things pop into his phone differently than they pop into mine. Like, sometimes he'll get the message that somebody's printed, and I don't get it 4 minutes after that. So I think it's all dependent on the network you're in, too, right?
Makes sense. Has Atrocities ever gotten first print of something?
No.
No.
I know Global had and a bunch of O'Brien's had. So it's us guys still falling behind.
That's it.
He's the top 5 announced, so he'll finally get announced that he has a top
That's
right.
But make it give me a little easier, and they'll keep seeing how often I pop up a second.
Yeah.
You've been second 5 times already. Makatiki made a comment. You gotta restart the game before printing, then the notification will show up. But if I restart the game, it'll take me longer to get the print. I guess. Well, I guess it depends how far I'm for the print shop.
It'll come in while the game's on, but who knows if that's just makes it more delayed.
Yeah. Maybe if I start the print and then restart the game. Oh.
Restart the game. That's 30 seconds. You don't want to bear. You might get that first print.
And 30 seconds might be a little generous.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if I start the print, then restart the game, and then I guess Makatiki, because you've got a few first prints yourself, are you waiting in the print pop-up screen or what?
Well, we did that once with, I think it was that summer QB.
Yeah.
We were trying for getting the first print, and so it did go to somebody else as well. But I don't know if that time makes a huge difference, right?
Right.
So.
Oh, I'm sure in some cases it's going to be a matter of a second or so.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like the Halloween event where that was just fastest fingers, right? Like.
Yep.
People were going for it. So. Yeah. But I'm loving this event. Hopefully this is a start of a whole bunch of new events of this nature. Like it doesn't seem like in essence it's Farmer Hank with different resources and different QB, right? So.
But it's fun, exciting because it's all new, right? Like yes, it's a similar, like it's a mini event. I think that's what you're saying is similar to the Farmer Hank.
Yeah.
But like it's fun to go hunting something we don't already have.
Oh, absolutely, and fun for the race. You like a legitimate race to the first print.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mac T says no, just drop on the print and leave since you don't need to collect it for first print. Huh. So I guess if you got the first print, then you would see the first print experience pop in. So it's a matter of who starts it first, not who collects it.
Right.
Really, you don't need to. So it's a matter of who starts that first print, not who finishes it.
Yeah.
Really, I
So-
always
One,
Yeah.
it's got to finish the print. Like but like 5 minutes, 10 minutes does make a difference.
well, yes, but
You don't have to collect it. It's when it's finished printing. So the first one that finishes printing, even without being collected, that counts as first print.
really, so you don't even need to wait for it. We've
Well,
always
do
waited.
you even need the green key then?
Well, you need to reduce the time you do.
But if I start it first,
You started yours first for 10 minutes. Someone started theirs after yours, but only printed it for 5 minutes. Theirs will print first before yours.
no, that's what I would have thought. But I'm just maybe just way back. Tiki has written it. There's some room for wiggle room on there. I mean, I would definitely throw the green key in. If I'm going for the first print. So.
Yeah. No, it's because it's not when I'm certain it's not when you first put it in that the announcement doesn't pop up saying you had the first print. It's when your print is done, right? When your Psycho Clown printed Gold Miner, it popped up after it printed, not when you first submitted it to print.
But
That is correct. However, like I collected it. I sat there and waited for it to print.
Yeah, you would have to collect it, but as soon as it's finished
when
printing,
you
we got the first.
start the first time you print anything, like you get the experience that levels up your
Yeah.
QB. So
Yeah.
and you get double experience if you're the first print. So
How would you get double the experience if you didn't do the rapid print?
well, I'm just saying, like, does it know and give you the double experience all experience all at once, or does it give you your normal experience and then when it makes that calculation at the end, you get another round of experience popping in?
I would assume it would be at the end when it's done printing, not when it's put in for printing.
Yeah, but you know how like when you start a print, that's when your QB gets leveled up.
That's why I assume you get a second boost of first printing.
Well, anybody that's got a first print and let's pay attention to that, let us know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that'd be good to find out. But
So, Hunter's Lodge next week.
it is next
Yes.
week. We know that for a fact.
Oh, well, now you're making me second guess. Next
No,
week.
it's for next week. So barring any unforeseen circumstances, yes, it's next week.
Okay, it's set for next week.
Be a really good.
Don't want them to come on for Hunter's Lodge and say, "Yeah, we really can't say much because nothing worked out." So I'm okay with the delays. I'm disappointed by the delays, but I look forward to seeing what they have this time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah, because they were hitting big things to be announced.
Yep.
So for sure.
Then the event's got to be coming up soon too.
Yes.
Do you think we'll have new QBs, new resources, or do you think everything's going to be the same?
I thought from the last one it was going to be the same. But we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
So, but big things, superhero category coming up
No.
in April. Is that not excitingly big?
It is.
It is. Somebody may have to watch some of the Marvel saga with me.
I will have to harass you until I remember the superhero.
I think it's a good reason to watch Marvel.
Everything's a good reason for you to watch a movie.
Yeah, it just depends on
But-
the movie.
What did you see the list of the new categories next month?
No, I haven't.
Atrocities. I sent it to you.
I know you sent it to me.
I can't access the phone because I'm. Did I text it to you?
I think you texted it to me. Let me pull it up. I was just excited with superheroes. And did you not get some superhero questions there, Magic Dragon, earlier? accidentally?
RX Wings did.
Oh, Arc Swings did.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And I think Plumber Boy might have gotten some as well. I
That
think I
was
read
it.
that.
Yes. So, okay. Categories next month. Superheroes. Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's probably going to humble me pretty quickly because I'm going to go, I don't know half of these answers I thought I would. Then we got books, business and the economy. So I'm going to go with books, business and economy, geography, thumbs up, health and medicine, kind of neutral, history, all right, coming back. Memes and internet is a category I thought I'd do okay with,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've realized it makes me feel old. Sports I'm good
Yeah.
with. Nature lovers, lukewarm, and TV kind of lukewarm. So, what's your
Okay.
thoughts?
I'm feeling that.
Sorry, go ahead, Magic Dragon.
I feel good about those categories. My weakest two of those, which are still decent, are books and business and economy. Just the timing it takes to figure out the stock tickers and stuff can be bothersome sometimes. Those are my weakest two out of all those, and I'm okay with that, which means I'll have one category I'm pretty confident with on the choice. Well, as long as the memes and internet and superheroes work out the way I'm expecting them to. So far, so good.
Right?
Yeah, how about you guys?
I'm so looking forward to superheroes. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of that list, I have 3 that I'm so on, and 3 that are decent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the
So-
superheroes like my mythology category. Like that pops up every time. I'm just picking it no matter what. I just
I like the mythology category, but once again, it's another one where it's like I'm not as good at this that I thought I should be. So it's and it's more the Egyptian gods questions come up, and I'm like, oh, I don't know these ones.
oh, there's one on there that's tricky. And the first time I answered it, I was really mad that they marked me wrong. And then got it with the Egyptian god of the underworld.
Yeah,
Anubis is the original god of the underworld. Osiris took over later in Egyptian mythology. So when that came up, I was like, "It's Anubis. Anubis." Oh, okay. I see what they did there. They usually don't put the close ones like that together in the same
Right.
answer. It's like homophone and homograph. When they do those, they don't usually have the same on the same answer.
well,
You know.
there's a question that was it science one with the planets that comes up, and it's like, what's the smallest planet? And they got Pluto in it, and it's like,
Yeah.
are they counting Pluto as a planet or are they not? I don't know.
No.
Anyways, took a while to get that one down.
Yeah.
That they're not counting Pluto. Because I
They
know
got some
Pluto was
tricky
a
ones.
planet, and then they
Yeah.
declassified it to just like a rock, and then they upgraded it back halfway or something like that. So
Half planet, half rock.
it's like a microplanet or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a full planet. So
So, looking forward to those categories. A bunch of O'Brien's hasn't heard them yet or seen them. She's off doing her own thing right now. He will not be very happy.
she got history. How can you go wrong in history?
Well,
So that's what I tell her.
this is why you have water fountains, and they're beneficial for these.
For sure. Oh yeah,
Very
I did.
true.
I got a weird win with a bunch of O'Brien's today. He picked food and drink over math on the Green Vault because of all my foodie ways and chefy ways and stuff I've been teaching her, and she got perfect. I can't remember what her question was.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you ever pick anything over math? She's like, I don't know, I just did. So I'm finally rubbing off on her with the food and drink.
I
History.
find green food and drink pretty darn easy most of the time.
Which ones?
The green
Green
food and
food.
drink, easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I always pick math. So
Yeah.
But yeah, the food and drink, they are pretty good too.
You always pick math over food and drink?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I tend to prioritize math in most situations.
I thought since you're the foodie Magic Dragon that you would have picked food and drink all the time.
I do like it, and I do get the right. Math is always like, it's a no. Seems to be, I don't want to say no brainer, but it's like a no brainer. Math is math. It's right. There's no, ambiguity at all. But food and drink, some of them can be, a little slightly trickier.
I haven't
really like
seen a Sposey commenting here tonight, but did you notice he won the success Red Vault today?
I saw that.
Yeah, congratulations, Posey.
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah.
He, I guess he was taking a train through London, and he took a screenshot of the train, from the train, of the Cubieverse, because the train was stopped for a delay, and you could see all these blue vaults. You could saw pizza shop, everything else, but he couldn't reach it.
Yellow too.
And the yellow, yes, couldn't reach it.
No, that couldn't be.
Right, he was just too far away.
Yeah.
It was funny because he texted it to us, and he's kind of like, too like so close but so far away, and we're like, oh, okay, that's great. Like, and then he said he was on his way back to where his family lives, and then I'm like, I look at it again, and I'm like, oh my god, that's London.
Yeah.
Took us a while there.
We're not usually on the train, so it didn't.
I mentioned in chat, he also got a few superhero questions.
Oh yes.
So it seems like a few people got some. I know I didn't. So
there's a few of them right now in the mythology questions, right? With Norse mythology, with Loki and Heimdall and Thor. And
I think an answer. Thor and Loki are answers in pretty much every category.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
TV, movie, cinemas, movie. Superheroes clearly going to be answers.
Yep.
Mythology, general knowledge. Lots of Thor. Okay. And then speaking of Thors, the Thumb Quest print, the new the Thumb Shot came in this with this latest patch. I liked how it had a little bit more information around what they wanted on it. Still takes forever to allow you to actually take the shot, because I know a few times they're sitting there going like, okay, come on, let's just get the shot and done and over with. But I think it was a good change, good improvement.
I did mine. Well, I was in the house answering my questions, so I went out to the backyard and did it. And it crapped out on me where I'm pressing it, and you can see the camera pressing, but it wouldn't take the picture, and it just kind of froze. So I had to restart. Like, wonder what will happen now. Take it? Did it not? And I had to redo it at that point, and it went through fine. So I don't know, a little glitch. Likewise, we got the extra bonus box of the tutorial. I opened mine before I did that thumb shot, and there was a box for it that came in. It was an empty box, but it said the tutorial. What was it? Tutorial quest or whatever.
Yeah, the completion box or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know if it came in or if it didn't or what. So I did send in a bug report about that, just because, to my knowledge, it's completely empty. So I don't know if it ended up going in there or not. And I can't the crystal keys if there's 40 more than I had before, because I have no idea what I had before. So
yeah, that's a thing. It'd be an easy way to tell if you knew exactly how many crystal keys you had, but
yeah,
I do not.
Yes, neither did I.
I do have enough to do gym, so I gotta start doing that sometime soon.
Oh, good.
So, but you've got, so when's your planning then, Magic Dragon, to do your build month?
I'm not telling you or anybody else. Come on.
Well,
getting
like I think
close.
we'd all back. Everybody's gonna back off. We'd all back off
I
if
need-
we knew it was your month.
I need a few more tags before I can start my builds, but I'm good. I'm over 20,000 plus crystal keys, and I'll be ready for multiple. I have a few blueprints already, like a blue user vault or some white user vaults still to go down. So, I'm nearing 3 million resin. I'm good. I'm getting the requirements there. Told you, I'm going like 2 or 3 premium shops, structures. I'm going regular, the white vault, the blue vault. I'm putting a bunch down. So I'm definitely in top 5.
You will need a lot more resin than 3 million.
I know. This is where I am right now, is what I'm saying. I've got lots of QB coins I can buy from if I have to. But I'm telling you, just keeping too much.
And that might be one of the reasons why, like I'm not as high perhaps as a little bit lower in the rankings, because I
Yeah.
think you're doing hunter mode most of the time, where we're on chill mode because we get more resin.
I'm chill mode trying to get my
You are
resin
chill
up.
mode. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I only switched to hunter mode for green bolts right now.
Yes. And I wish they could, set
Toggle.
things up in the back where you can say, I just want, give me hunter mode for greens and give me hunter modes for blue. Or
Yep.
have a switch on the main page you can switch back and forth to make it a little easier. But
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than going to that green vault and answering it in half a second, realizing you forgot to switch to hunter mode.
no, the only thing that more frustrates that is you've put your key in and you realize
Yeah, oh yeah, like before you get the answer.
before you get the answer.
Yeah.
I think that's more frustrating.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Although, maybe not, because like when you get perfect and then you pop up and you're still only getting like 600 cubic coin or something like that.
I like what you're saying. You put the green key in and you realize right away before the question comes up, then you got to decide, do I burn this green key?
Yes, and that's where the frustration comes in on that stuff front.
I have done that, and that is frustrating.
So,
Oh, okay,
all right. It's just
I think I'm done.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to talk about?
No, other than heading out to our trade shacks and getting some more blue vaults, nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna get some more blue volts and ninja stuff. So,
Nice.
because we're doing ninjas and then right in the superheroes. I
There you go.
wonder if they can add some ninja questions to the superheroes, because ninjas are kind of like superheroes.
No.
No, you're not.
I wonder if Batman's going to be in the superhero category since he's just a regular person with money.
Who?
Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Is he really a superhero?
Better superhero than a supervillain,
Yes.
right?
In our, yes, he would be a superhero, wouldn't he?
Right? Because there's a lot of rich people with money that are
Guy who buys a lot of gadgets.
Right.
He is efficient. Like he does have super human abilities in that way. I would believe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that technically, if anybody could become a Batman if they had that money and resources to do it, right? So, I agree. All right. With that, chat, thank you for joining us and answering some questions and making the show what it is. Appreciate it. And till next week.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Happy hunting.
Right?
Yeah. Happy hunting, everybody.
Happy hunting. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.